Hello Nidorinas and Nidorinos, and welcome to Goldenrod City, and welcome to the Rivalry Round, where two rivals will be going up against each other in every battle this week. And starting off, we have the Goldenrod Giants hosting the Hearthome Haunts. The Haunts are going to start out with Decidueye and Cursor, whereas Kangaskhan and Stoutland are going to start out for the Giants. Let us know in the comments below who you think is going to win today, Goldenrod Giants or the Hearthome Haunts. Kangaskhan's got the speed advantage in this battle. Obviously, everyone on the field at the moment isn't the quickest, but Kangaskhan has that 90 base speed, and it's going to start off with a Meteor Mash, going straight for a Decidueye, taking it straight down into the yellow with that critical hit. So, a good start for the Goldenrod Giants. They need a good start after getting clean swept by the Hearthome Haunts in the first ever Elite Challenge League match. And a Night Slash from Stoutland to Cursor, super effective. Cursor is just holding on, and that weak arm is going to lower its defense but boost its speed. Have to think Cursor is going to be going first in the next turn. Cursor with an opportunity to avenge itself. It's going to go with a Vine Whip. Decent hit on Kangaskhan, gets that critical hit. Now Decidueye with its opportunity. It's going to go with a Dual Chop. Also going for Kangaskhan, gets that first hit, and there's the second hit. Now, as always, this is a 6-on-6 Metronome battle. If we hit the 20-minute time limit, we will go into single battle overtime. And Kangaskhan still has that speed advantage, even though Cursor had that speed boost. And it goes with a Milk Drink, so it's going to restore the health that it just lost thanks to those two attacks from Decidueye and Cursor. Cursor, though, that speed advantage has brought it up to the second quickest on the field. It's going to go with a Dual Chop as well, repeating what Decidueye did. And again, Kangaskhan takes damage from that Dual Chop 2 turns in a row. Now Stoutland has an opportunity to finish off either Pokemon on the Hearthome Haunts. And it's going to go with a Shadow Punch, another super effective attack, this time going for Decidueye. And it will eliminate Decidueye from this battle with that super effective move. Fantastic start by Stoutland, getting 2 super effective attacks 2 turns in a row. And we're going to have the third Pokemon come out for the Hearthome Haunts. So the Goldenrod Giants are already doing better than what they did the first time they faced Hearthome Haunts back in round 1, when they, again, were clean swept. The first ever clean sweep to happen in the Elite Challenge League happened in the very first battle, thanks to the Hearthome Haunts. Kangaskhan now, as we have Poltergeist come onto the field for the Haunts. Targets Cursor with that Supersonic and will leave Cursor confused. Cursor needs to shake it off, otherwise it's going to take itself out of the battle. And it does shake it off, thankfully, for the Haunts. And it's going to go for its own Meteor Beam, which we saw Kangaskhan start this battle off with. Oh, sorry, that was a Meteor Mash, but a Meteor Beam is going to boost Cursor's special attack. We will see that move take effect on the next turn, unless Stoutland can finish it off now. Going with a Horn Leech. And it will target Cursor, so Cursor will not get to do the Meteor Beam. Cursor has been eliminated by Stoutland. Poltergeist with an opportunity to avenge its 2 teammates. It's going to go with a Payday. It's going to see coins scatter all over the field. As we will be having the 4th Pokemon for the Hearthome Haunts come out. You'd hate to imagine that the Goldenrod Giants are now going to get a clean sweep over the Hearthome Haunts. That would be unbelievable turnabout as Dusknoir comes onto the field for the Hearthome Haunts. Now these two teams with their rivalry based out of the fact that they're both immune to each other. As we get a flip turn coming from Kangaskhan. So it's going to land an attack on Dusknoir and go back into the party. So it has not been eliminated from the field, but it is on the bench. As we have Snorlax come onto the field for the Goldenrod Giants. Snorlax with that amazing 160 HP. It's also got a 110 base attack. Stoutland going with the stored power. And it does target Dusknoir. Not as effective as Stoutland has been earlier in this battle. Poltergeist now with its opportunity. It's going to go with a Flare Blitz. It's going to get some recoil damage from this. But it does target Snorlax and gets a very decent hit on there, considering Snorlax has that special defense of 110. Thankfully, that Flare Blitz targets its defense stat. Dusknoir is now going to go with a Wrap targeting Stoutland. So Stoutland's going to be taking damage from that Wrap in between turns. And there is that damage taking effect. Now, as always, in our description below, we do have a link to our Instagram page where you can get regular ladder and fixture updates, as well as our match of the week. Stoutland now is going to go with a Fury Cutter. This time going for Poltergeist. This Poltergeist having that weak armor just like Cursor did, so its defense again will be lowered, but its speed will boost. Poltergeist now with that boosted speed. And it's going to go with a reversal. If it targets Stoutland, this will be fantastic. But instead, goes for Snorlax. It is super effective being a fighting move, but you have to think it would have been better to target Stoutland with that. Now Dusknoir, it's going to go with the Water Shuriken. Also targeting Snorlax. It'll get one. Multi-hitting move. It's got two and it'll only hit twice. It does minimal damage there to Snorlax. Snorlax now with its opportunity to respond. It's going to go with a Hydro Cannon, a Water-type move of its own. And a very good hit there on the Poltergeist, taking it down into the yellow as that wrap continues to take effect on Stoutland. As I was saying, these two teams with their rivalry based out of the fact that they are immune to each other. So no normal type moves will hit the ghost typing and no ghost type moves will hit the normal typing. Poltergeist now going with a milk drink of its own. We did see this earlier in the battle. So big health restoration there for Poltergeist. Stoutland now. It's going to go with a head charge. It's going to get some recoil damage from this. But it's going to go for Poltergeist. And a massive hit. And that milk drink is ineffective because Poltergeist has been eliminated from this battle by Stoutland. Fantastic showing so far by Stoutland. Taking out the first three Pokemon for the Hearthome Haunts. As we're going to see a Surf from Dusknoir. It's going to ride that Surf and target both Snorlax and Stoutland, taking them both down into the yellow as Snorlax recharges from that previous Hydro Cannon. There's that wrap continuing to hit Stoutland, and it takes it down in the red as the Goldenrod Giants still yet to have a Pokemon eliminated. Hearthome Haunts are down 3 Pokemon. This will be insane if the Goldenrod Giants can get a clean sweep over the Hearthome Haunts to avenge their previous loss to the Haunts. Gengar now coming out onto the field for the Haunts, the original Ghost Pokemon. And Gengar's going to go first, and it's going to go with a Healing Wish. Oh no, this is horrible. Gengar has eliminated itself in its very first move. Does not want to be any part of this battle. That is 4 Pokemon down for the Hearthome Haunts. As we get a Dragon Claw coming from Stoutland. It's only going to target Dusknoir. It gets a good hit in there, taking it down to the yellow. Dusknoir now with its chance to respond. It's going to go with a Sticky Web. So any Pokemon that come onto the field now for the Goldenrod Giants are going to be slowed by that Sticky Web. Snorlax has an opportunity to capitalize with only one target on the field. And it's going to go with a Muddy Water. And Dusknoir now being taken down into the red as its accuracy stat will be lowered. And there's that wrap again targeting Stoutland. Stoutland probably has one good turn left in it. As the final Pokemon comes onto the field for the Hearthome Haunts. And it's going to be Aegislash in its shield form. If it goes for an offensive type move, it will change into its blade form. It has that 140 defense and special defense at the moment. They do change to its attack stat when that happens. As Stoutland now is going to go with a Weather Ball. And it's going to target Aegislash. Very minimal damage though being done to the Steel Ghost type. Aegislash with its opportunity to respond, but instead goes with a Happy Hour, so it will stay in its defense form, as everyone's going to be caught up in that happy atmosphere. Dusknoir now with its opportunity. And it's going to go with an Aurora Beam. And it will target Stoutland. It won't wait for the wrap to finish the job. Stoutland has been eliminated. The Goldenrod Giants will not get that clean sweep today, but they have a massive 5-on-2 advantage at the moment. As Snorlax is going to go for a Heavy Slam. Targeting Aegislash again, gets a decent hit, considering it was not very effective. Gets that critical hit though. Snorlax being very heavy, fitting move. As Kangaskhan comes back onto the field for the Goldenrod Giants. Kangaskhan gets caught in the Sticky Web, lowering its speed. And Aegislash with that speed advantage, still in its blade form. Usually doesn't stay in this form for too long on the battlefield, but it will go with a Withdraw and boost its defense stats. Even more than what they already are. Kangaskhan down. It's going to go with a Magnetic Flux. Unfortunately, it'll fail. Now Dusknoir with its opportunity. And its Metronome creates the Sludge. Targeting Snorlax. Snorlax has its chance to respond here. And it's going to go with an Inferno. Targeting Dusknoir. And it'll finish Dusknoir off. Dusknoir being eliminated. Aegislash is the last Pokemon left for the Hearthome Haunts. It is a 5-on-1 battle now. Aegislash needs to switch to its blade form and take a chance here and start eliminating these Goldenrod Giants. Aegislash has the speed advantage on the field. As it goes for a Rock Polisher, it's going to boost its speed stat. So it continues to boost its stats before switching into its blade form. Kangaskhan now going with an Icicle Spear. Gets one hit. It's not going to do a great deal of damage, but if it can get all 5, that's 3. And that's all it'll get. It only gets the 3 hits. Now Snorlax with its opportunity. And it's going to go with a Moon Blast. And Aegislash still holding on just over half its health left. It's still in the green. This is its moment. It's boosted its speed stats. It needs to capitalize if it can get off some fighting type moves onto the normal types. And it will change its stance into its blade form, so it's going to go for an offensive type move. And it's going to go with a Smart Strike, so it will get the steel type boost. Targeting Snorlax. And a massive hit. Snorlax has been eliminated by Aegislash. This is exactly what Aegislash needs to do. Just start taking the Goldenrod Giants down one at a time. Kangaskhan's going to go with a payback. And a massive hit, and Aegislash will not get that chance because it has been eliminated by that super effective move from Kangaskhan. The Goldenrod Giants have dominated the Hearthome Haunts today here in Goldenrod City. That is amazing, the way that they have responded. The Goldenrod Giants needed this because they are sitting at 11 and they are fighting desperately to get into the 8. This could do it for them. Whereas the Hearthome Haunts, who were sitting in 3rd, have been slipping around that mark, trying to get into 2nd and hold it, but they just can't seem to do it. But amazing, again, the Goldenrod Giants got off to a fantastic start. Stoutland taking out the first 3 Pokemon for the Hearthome Haunts. Gengar eliminating itself was horrible to see. But Goldenrod Giants, very proud of their efforts. Next week they're going to go to Lumiose City and challenge the Lumiose Lightning. So they're going to want to continue this momentum that they've just built today and try and secure their spot in the top 8. Whereas the Hearthome Haunts, a very disappointing loss. But next week, they will be travelling to Saffron City to take on the Saffron Psychics, where they will have the typing advantage and they're going to want to capitalise on it. I will admit that move, that Smart Strike by Aegislash, very impressive. But Kangaskhan was not messing around. It immediately took Aegislash out. Again, getting the Goldenrod Giants that much needed win. Very impressive. But Nidorinos, thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments below who you thought was the best on field. And always remember, you are awesome and I will speak to you next time.